This year I'm using it on all calves as a preventative measure, and because we have seen such positive results last year and the year before, I really don't have the time, nor does anybody here, to be dealing with any sick calves. So I just think it's a positive step in preventing scours in particular. Hi, my name is Kalinda Healy. I'm farming with my husband Darren Healy, who is a third generation dairy farm here in Red Cross, County Wicklow. I started working full-time here on the farm about 4 years ago with him. We are milking 300 cows in a spring calving herd. As you can see here, we have some of our calves. We synchronised all our heifers and cows this year with sex semen, so most of our breeding heifers have now left the farm. We started using precision microbes about 3 years ago. First of all, as a treatment for sick calves that might be scouring, then a little bit more last year, and now this year we are using it as a preventative to support the gut health of our calves, particularly our heifers who move on to our contract rearer. I really don't have the time, nor does anybody here, to be dealing with any sick calves. So I just think it's a positive step in preventing scours in particular. I first came across precision microbes on Instagram with Tommy the vet. We worked with Tommy a long number of years ago, and he supported us with herd health plans, so we had a lot of trust in what he was promoting. And as I said, 3 years ago I just bought one small carton and decided to try it, and quite quickly I could see very positive results. Calves that were scouring were not getting sick. They may have been scouring, but they were still running around the pen, and they got over it pretty quick. And then last year we had a small batch of cows that did scour, and we went straight in with the precision microbes, and they recovered in, I would imagine, 7 days, which really sold us on the product. And this year, before we started calving, I had ordered my supply in. So here we use whole milk, so it's into milk feeders, and I measure out the precision microbes, 30 mils per calf per day into a jug, and I simply just pour it into the milk feeders. When I first started using precision microbes, as I said, about 3 years ago, when we had a couple of sick calves, I was using a syringe, so I was measuring up 30 mils, and you're always expecting to do a little bit of battle with them. But as soon as they got the first little lick of the precision microbes, they were sucking it out of the syringe. So it was in the first year I was syringing it into the individual sick calves, but there was no hassle. They were lapping it up, and then added to the milk. They love it. And compared to some other products that we have used, the cleanup afterwards is very minimal. Well, I certainly would recommend it just from the results that we have seen. As I said, these are all healthy calves, and they're on precision microbes from a very young age. So thankfully we haven't had any sick animals this year. But going on my experience last year and the year before, where we would have had a few animals that towards the end of the calving season, when people and animals are under a bit of stress, you know, there were a few calves getting sick, that they were bouncing back. They weren't getting very sick. We lost no animals. I didn't need to be going in with stomach tubing fluids. They were still able to drink. They were still able to eat. So I have recommended it to friends who are dairy farmers, just based on the results that I have seen. I mean, I wouldn't be wasting my money on it otherwise.